Hello, Curious! For the past few days, this name has been on the lips of all women and maybe some men. No, in this episode we are not going to talk about Jason Momoa and his divorce, but about the main character of the Netflix documentary titled The Tinder Swindler. Shimon Hayut, or sometimes using the name Simon Leviv, has been scamming women he romanced for years by meeting them on Tinder. Does the app have reasons to worry after the documentary was published? Did the man suffer a different punishment than the one depicted in the film? Why is he threatening Netflix, and what actions did he take against the platform? Was his bodyguard involved in the case? Stay with us until the very end to find out more about Tinder scams, but before we go any further, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications and you'll be up to date with our interesting gossips. The nearly 2-hour documentary, The Tinder Swindler, hit Netflix on Friday, February 7th and climbed quite quickly to number 1 on the platform's global chart, as well as into the top 3 of most countries where Netflix is available. According to estimates, the film has been viewed for nearly 46 million hours. With data like that, it's no wonder the production has stirred up a lot of noise and sparked a worldwide discussion. The film tells the story of 3 women who dared to speak out about how they became victims of a Tinder swindler who scammed them out of huge sums of money. Interestingly, after the premiere, Simon Leviv had to block comments on Instagram because in a few days the whole world discovered his true face. But that's not all. Tinder is one of the most popular dating apps. It was created in August 2012, initially operating in universities, but over time it has taken over almost the entire world. Matching people is done by the user browsing the proposed profiles presented one by one. A move to the right means liking, and a move to the left means rejecting. When 2 users express interest in each other in that way, they are matched as a couple and offered the opportunity to chat. Tinder revealed that of the more than 1.5 billion so-called shifts per day, only 26 million resulted in a so-called match, or compatibility, and the ability to send a message to the other person. Well, in the 21st century and with the ubiquitous technology, it should come as no surprise that people are looking for love on the internet. Loneliness is one of the ills of modern times, and people who want closeness, understanding, and having a partner in various ways want to change their situation. But as it turns out, naivety and romanticism can lead to doom, as the protagonists of Felicity Morris's documentary found out. If you haven't seen the Netflix production, be sure to catch up, but also you can safely watch our video as we will not be spoiling it for you. The first of the women, Cecily, is a long-time Tinder user with over 1,000 matches. She knows how to properly take and verify photos or check social media profiles and Google information before she dates anyone. She also applied the same data vetting methods to 28-year-old Simon Leviv, claiming to be the son of the King of Diamonds, an Israeli businessman and head of LLD Diamonds, whose photo graced the cover of Forbes. The young man, lavishing in luxuries with impeccable looks and who was extremely brilliant, became the dream come true for Cecily. He seemed to be coveted Prince Charming that women love to see. So when Simon funded her expensive trips, stays in 5-star hotels and declared plans for a future together and having a family, nothing raised the woman's suspicions. One night, the lover called Cecily from an ambulance. Someone had attacked him and injured his bodyguard Piotr. Simon sent the video to the women, saying in horror that enemies had gotten him, not aligned with his father's interests. In doing so, he admitted that his credit cards had been blocked and he needed a loan, which the woman, who was afraid for him, did without hesitation. It was to be a temporary help, which eventually amounted to $250,000. Cecile, for her beloved, required loans in 9 banks. Of course, the woman was not Hayut's only victim. The other 2 characters in the film and other ladies in the world were similarly fooled. But now, as well as probably more than once while watching the film, you thought, what a stupid woman. How could she be fooled like that? What was she thinking? It should be noted that the heroines are not 20-year-olds with no experience. They are educated, professionally set, and attractive. They are simply looking for love, and their Prince Charming turned out to be extremely clever. Using psychological tricks, he was able to extort an estimated $10 million from women all over the world. In addition, his victims were also men, although he fooled them in a different way. In the documentary made by Felicity Morris, 3 girls teamed up to get back at the Prince of Diamonds. It turned out that the man was known to American Express, but the police could not do anything. After all the women were acting voluntarily. Therefore, the victims could only make his details public to warn others. And while showing Simon as well as providing his details may seem controversial, it was intended to protect future victims from being fooled. Moreover, the film contains not only memories and staged scenes, but also voice recordings sent to the characters, real photos, and hidden camera footage. In addition, we can find the authentic profiles of the characters on Instagram. It was on his account that a statement was published by Shimon Leviv, who refused to speak with the documentary's creators. Instead, he threatened Netflix with a lawsuit for defamation and wrote on his social media, "Thank you for all your support. I will share my side of the story in the next few days when I have sorted out the best and most importantly way to tell it, both to the involved parties and myself. Until then, please keep an open mind and heart." Today, Leviv is a free man. He runs a financial consultancy and has a model girlfriend. He lives a quiet life in Israel. E-Online, meanwhile, reported that the man cannot use the popular dating app because it was already blocked several years ago. Tinder representatives were to tell reporters, "We have banned him and all his known aliases that he used while using Tinder. We did this back in 2019 when his cheating came to light. He is banned for life from using our dating app." In addition, administrators periodically check to see if Simon Hayut is trying to use the app under another altered alias. Tinder was most followed by others, and as it turns out, that man is blocked on most dating sites. The app's administrators also point out how to protect yourself from such unwanted consequences of online dating. Maybe not everyone knows, but since August 2021, there is a Tinder Safety Center. Its help can be used at any time, reporting, for example, dangerous profiles. The application also introduced the option, "Does it bother you?" This question is asked to users to whom potentially offensive messages have been sent, and a positive answer will automatically report the sender. A similar feature appears when an offensive message is sent. Then the user gets the question, "Are you sure?" Also, all web users, whether dating apps or otherwise, are cautioned against giving out login credentials and financial-related information to others. But that's not still all. The actions against Netflix were also criticized by a man who was Shimon's bodyguard. It turned out that he is a Pole, Piotr K., who demanded compensation from American platform for illegal use of his image. As reported by a Polish gossip site, citing a letter received from the man's lawyer, he demands that from the streaming platform an official apology and compensation of €3 million for, among others, the lack of opportunity to comment on the publication. In addition, the site reports that Piotr K. still has not received payment from Hayut or his security services in the amount of about €10,000. The man's lawyer, in a message sent to journalists, stressed that her client deals with protecting people and his duties boil down to taking care of the life, health, and physical integrity of clients. He provided such a service to the Israeli, and he did them in an exemplary manner. Moreover, in addition to not being paid by the film and the way it was shown, he was deprived of the opportunity to earn money. What about the videos where the blooded bodyguards lay in the ambulance? They were the basis of Shimon's manipulation of the women. Piotr K.'s lawyer admitted that her client did not know he was being recorded and did not consent to it. She told the gossip site this was an emergency situation and his right to privacy was violated. He was severely beaten at the time and it took him almost 6 months to recover. A fairly prepared document would have made it possible to take a position on the matter. Unfortunately, the client was denied the right to comment on the matter. The lawyer also stated that the role of the bodyguard is not to assess the moral and ethical attitude of his client, and that Piotr K. is currently in a bad psychological condition because he became an unwitting hero of the affair of which he is not the author, but is associated with the alleged actions of his employer. So tell us, curious, have you seen the movie The Tinder Swindler? What do you think about it? Do you think the man should face more punishment, or are the women guilty of the gullibility? What do you think about the attitude of the bodyguard? Let us know in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to like this video, recommend it to your friends, and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.